Ryan Green, internet guy for Weld County Garage, Greeley Subaru, who I kind of work for, and who else? Who else
Greeley Mazda.
Greeley Mazda as well. Joining us because you have an Apple Watch.
Yes.
What is the Apple Watch like?
It's kind of fun, you know. It's not going to change your life by any means, I don't think. But it's the biggest reason I wanted to get it's partly because it was just a fun gadget.
Yeah.
But also when I started hearing about it before it came out, it was the idea that you can keep your watch in your pocket, or excuse me, your phone in your pocket or bag or purse if you're a lady, and not have to pull it out as much. And actually, my battery life on my phone has been way better now. Because you can just keep it in your pocket, and you get all your notifications on your wrist, and it's kind of a fun gadget too. You can like remote take pictures from your wrist, and you can track your heart rate and your workouts and all that kind of stuff. So it's a fun gadget.
Cool. Can you show us a couple things that it does?
Yeah.
This is kind of like on the old-fashioned like Seiko watch mode right now. I don't usually have it on this mode, but you know, this is the one where it's got the digital clock up in the top right, and it's got the date on there, and it's kind of fun. It shows you like when sunset's going to be. It's going to be at 8:19 tonight. Okay. You can see it goes black there when you actually bring your wrist up to look at it. It turns on automatically, and if you don't have it in that position, it turns off after a little bit. It shows you the phase of the moon on there, which is kind of fun. So this has got the force touch on it, so if you push harder, then it goes into customize mode there, and you can go and customize it, and you can change it to tons of different colors there. Sometimes I try to match it to my shirt or something. I don't know if they've got that. Yeah. It doesn't give you like every color option though. Like I was wearing a purple shirt yesterday, and that purple would fit perfectly, but I don't think they have any. They don't have any turquoise today. Okay.
What do you most often use it for?
The workout one, which I can go into that. This is where it's got the 3 rings in the bottom there. Okay. And what Apple did with this is the idea is to when you're being fit for the day, you try to complete all those circles. So the red one on the outside is just normal movements. You can set how many calories you want to burn in just kind of being active throughout the day. And then the green one is actually like vigorous workout, like if you're actually doing a workout on there. I rode my bike to work today, so it's got like 15 minutes or so of activity on there. And then the third one, the one on the inside, is actually for standing. And I've got a complete desk job. There's some days that I'm really active, and other days that most days that I'm at my desk constantly in front of my computer, and so it's great. Like probably 3 times a day it'll tap you on the wrist and remind you, hey, it's time to stand up.
So what, it buzzes?
Yeah, it's called haptic, and it actually like you have to put it on your wrist. I'll have you guys check it out, but it actually it feels like a tap on your wrist. So it's like I think it's like a sound vibration that actually makes the bottom of the watch kind of move, and it taps you. And it's funny because you know how you get trained by your phone, you get to know what the different notification sounds are. Yeah. It's the same way with this. Like it has different taps and different sounds to where you're like, oh, that's the tap telling me to stand up. And I've now worn it long enough now that I look down and I'm like, yep, it's telling me the time to stand up. And what's funny is when you do that, when you stand up, you're like, wow, I really did need to stand up. Like your legs are like, oh man, I've been sitting for way too long.
Thanks, watch.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of. So you try to complete all your circles every day, and as you can either scroll down by touching it, or I'm trying to train myself to use the bezel or whatever it's called over here, because then you can scroll without having your finger in the way. But then you can go over to calories. I've burned 180 calories today, not a whole lot, but
it's early.
Yeah, exactly. 9 minutes of exercise. Although, well, yeah, I guess my ride was pretty short this morning. And then I've stood up 4 hours out of the day today, so it shows you what days of what hours of the day you've stood up on there. So that's kind of fun. The workout stuff on there. Or I'll go to the astronomy one's really cool here. So on the astronomy one, it shows you the Earth there, and it has a little green dot where you're at, as if you forgot where you were on the Earth. But as you scroll through here, it'll change the time and show you the phase of the sunset and the sun going around the Earth. So that's kind of fun. When you tap it, it goes back to the current time. But what's really cool then is you can tap on the moon down here in the bottom, and we kind of fly to the moon here. It flies in there, and then you can do the same thing. You can turn this, and it goes forward in the date to show you the phases of the moon.
Yeah.
And
look at that. Look at the image on that. I mean, that is just. It's perfect.
Yeah, and it's really, and this is kind of like, this is where I get really geeky, but if you can, I've only done it a couple times, but if you can turn the moon around, and if you get to the back side of the moon, you can sometimes get the Earth in the background back there, and then if you like hold your finger there and turn the date forward, the Earth actually spins in correlation to what the moon would. It's like exactly.
And it looks like
correct.
it's kind of spinning around the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And then you can click on the solar system, and we fly out to the solar system, and then it shows you where the planets are in alignment right now, and then you can also go forward in the date, and all the planets move in time, and you can double tap it, and it lines them all up there, and you can teach your kids about all the planets.
Wow, that is cool.
No Pluto on there. And yeah, so that, you know, probably not all that useful, but it's really fun.
What else? What's it look like to make a phone call?
You can go the bottom button down here, which I'm probably messing up the video here, but you can click this and it goes into your favorites, and it's got there's my wife on top, and it's got all the pictures that you have set for them for the profile pictures, and you can go in. Let's say I'm gonna call my wife here. You can just tap that, and then you can tap the phone call, and we're gonna be calling her now.
Anna baby.
Yep,
Is she gonna
Anna
answer?
Baby Green. I think she's in a meeting right now, but I should mention today is our 15-year anniversary.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Let's leave her a message.
Okay.
See, this is the cool part. This is the Inspector
Yeah,
Gadget
exactly.
part, you know, where he used to answer his phone on his watch.
Right.
And I used to watch that and Star Trek and think,
Please leave your message for 970.
She doesn't have a personal message set up.
Let me leave her a message.
You're gonna leave it? Okay.
Hey Anna, this is Paul Wozniak from Chai 102.5, and your husband Ryan came in here to the radio station because he wanted to have me wish you a happy 15th wedding anniversary, and we realized you're probably going to be in the meeting at the time I was going to put it out over the air, but basically he wanted to come in here and make sure that you were well taken care of, and to make sure that everybody knows how much he loves you and is happy you've been with him for 15 years and hope there's going to be a whole lot more. So happy anniversary.
Nice.
Man, did I schmooze that one up well enough?
That was awesome. Yeah. So that was very good. So while we're in here, I'll show you the texting too. The texting is really probably what I like the best on this. So you go into your favorites there, and then you can touch the text, and then it gives you, just like it does on your phone, if you have the Apple iPhone, you can choose like little things, you know, okay, thank you, thanks, all that kind of stuff. But what I use the most is the dictation.
Yeah.
And you can say happy anniversary. Of course, it's going to put it puts your yeah on there. That's the only thing, is if people are talking in the background, you know, it's gonna pull up everything that we're saying here. So I hit cancel. Happy anniversary, baby. I love you.
It's just like my phone with the dictation as well.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes it works just like the phone. Sometimes it works awesome, and other times it's like it did there, where it
Let's
just didn't
do it
work great.
one more time.
Happy anniversary, baby. I love you! Exclamation point. Oh, there we go. Yep, and it's sent. That's it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. So, let's see. Oh, we got to show off Mickey Mouse. This one's awesome. So it's got the classic Mickey Mouse on here.
Oh,
and what's
man.
really cool is they completely reanimated Mickey to where you can see right now his head is facing down. He doesn't always, but sometimes he looks at his hand. And I've been looking at it at times where his hand gets the right place where he changes. So then he like looks up. And if his hands are on the other side, then his head switches sides. Depending on where his hands are, then his foot taps with the seconds. But if his hands are on the other side, then his other foot will tap. And he even like moves his hips out of the way, like when his hands are down there. So it's really just like the classic Mickey watch, but totally animated and just kind of fun to watch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ryan Green, thank you so much for coming in to talk about the Apple Watch.
My pleasure.